Welcome back. Now let's see what Kyle and Duane are up to on Plain Talk.
Hi, this is Kyle Bauer with Plain Talk. With the guy who always said, if the job speaks for itself, don't interrupt. Duane Toews.
You know, there's too many people that like to take credit for things, and maybe it was your doing. But if you can let the product
speak for itself,
it's not always bad to step back and let it do the talking.
My dad said, and I have never ever forgotten, if you're going to take credit when things are going good, be prepared to take credit when things are going bad.
Yeah, you and I have talked about this before, and you brought up a lot of people get angered, miffed, upset by CEOs of large companies and what their bonuses are.
Okay.
At times,
I got to admit, there are times that I have.
And you'll see one really have a golden umbrella when they leave or something. Right. It's like, and the company has done well.
Right.
You know, it's really not. You know, if under their leadership, management, and the skills that they brought to the table,
all the stockholders made a whole boatload of money.
You know, if the company did well, I think that's probably appropriate. However, when things don't go so well, you don't ever see, and maybe it happens in some companies where the salary and or compensation package is diminished, commensurate with how the company is doing.
Big pet peeve of mine is the directors of publicly held corporations do not act as fiduciaries for the other stockholders. They seem to be there as a fiduciary only for the CEO. And like you said, it's like, okay, I can see incentive. I'm all about incentive, but you don't give people extra money when they didn't do anything. It used to be a time that they would give them stock options, and I'll make up an example. Okay, they give them a stock option of $1 a share, and when they come to the company, the stock is trading for $5 a share. Okay, and then by the time they leave the company, the shares are trading at $4 a share. Well, they exercise their option and they make 3 times as much. And in the meantime, the stockholders lost 20%.
Right.
And it's like, really? Now what? Board of directors couldn't do math on that?
Idea?
Yeah, and they used to do that a lot. I suspect that, they used to hand out stock options just like they were free, and they are free to the board of directors, but they aren't free to the stockholders.
Right.
If you have 10 shares.
You don't diminish the value of the company, but you dilute it. If
you have 10 shares and I give away one to somebody else, now there's 11 shares and your stock is worth 1/10 as much, or 10% less.
Right.
And it's like, now, if that stock became worth 20% more during that time, okay, I maybe will accept that. But there's many stockholders of many publicly held corporations that do things that, honestly, I think it ought to be illegal, because obviously the stockholders aren't going to hold the board of directors under control, so somebody's got to hold them under control. So I don't know. Last thing we need is another law, but I think really the problem is also I don't own much stock. I own mutual funds, and the mutual funds are run by people who don't care.
Right.
They have 200 different. They have 200 different stocks out there. They don't even read the annual report. Now I'm being facetious on that. But the thing is they do not pay attention who's being elected to that board with 200. And that's where most of the stock is held, is by either the board of directors who was elected, who were hand-picked, or by mutual funds who don't care enough.
Your fact or fiction question of the day, Kyle Bauer. A lightning bolt and the sun that we orbit about the same temperature.
That'd be a fact, Jack.
Not even close.
Not even close. The lightning bolt's more
5 times hotter than the surface of the sun.
Thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Jamie Bloom, and I hope you enjoyed today's show. See you next week on Farm Factor.
Closed captioning brought to you by Ag Promo Source. Together we grow. Learn more at agpromosource.com.